welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to cut these short cute pants. So these are the measurements you'll be needing to cut your pants. So the first thing I'll do is to come down on my pattern paper by 1 inch. This is going to serve as a base for me to start inserting my measurements.
I'm tired of dwelling in the dark, it's just that my heart can't take it. I didn't know what it would cost me when I let you go. I feel alone, and I'm just singing, it should have been you.
So this line is going to serve as my waistline, and from that point I'm going to take my cross measurement. So a video is going to be showing on the screen on how to take your actual cross measurements, and whatever I have I'm going to divide it by 2 and I'm going to place it and indicate with a straight line.
I could be driving to your place, but now the ground is shaking. Could be a face, but if
so this line is going to be my cross line. The next thing I'll do is to divide my hip circumference by 4. I'm going to place whatever I have on my waistline and I'll place it also on my crotch line, and I'm going to connect the point from my waist to my crotch line.
could have been you. Shame to let you go.
So the next thing I'm going to do is to determine how long I want my short to be. This is a very short pant, so I'm taking 15 inches. So this one totally depends on you. You can take more than 15 inches, you can take shorter than 15 inches, but for mine I'm taking 15 inches. I'm also going to straighten that line. So this is my short length.
Time, another place, I just know.
So the next thing I'll do is to measure my cross line, and whatever it is I have on my cross line I'm going to divide it by 4, just like I'm using my tape rule to divide it by 4.
The one who made me feel at home. I'm crying, I'm ashamed to let you go.
So after dividing I have 2.4 thereabouts. I'm going to go up from my crotch line and I'm going to place what I have there. So this new line now is going to serve as my hip line.
Sometimes I could be driving to your place, but now the ground is shaking. Could be a face, but it feels like it will never go away until we make up. I can't be myself. I never knew how much I needed you.
So on my cross line I'm going to place the same measurement that gave me my hip line. That is my cross line divided by 4. I'm going to place it and I'm going to go out like this by 1 inch, and then I'm going to connect like this. I'll connect from the hip in a slanted form to meet it 1 inch, and I'll connect also to meet the other point. So this is my cross extension line. So please, mine is not perfect. Take your time and do it and make sure it comes out perfect. So the next thing I will do is to take out my band from this pant. So I want to add a band of 1.5 inches. So from the waist I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches and I'll straighten the line.
You could have been the one who made me feel home. What a crime and what a shame to let go.
So this line is going to serve as my new waistline. I'm going to take my waist circumference divided by 4 and I'm going to add 1 inch for that. So I'm going to slant from that point to meet my hip line, just like this.
What to do? It should have been you. I could be driving to your place, but now the ground is shaking.
So next thing I'll do is to insert my dart on the waistline.
We make up.
I'll measure what I have on my waistline like this and I'll divide it by 2. So I just indicated the middle point. On the midpoint of my waist where I just indicated, I'm going to take 0.5 inch on the left and on the right, and I'll come down by 3 inches, which is the length of my darts, and I'm going to connect just like this.
In the dark, it's just that my heart can't take it. I didn't know what it would cost me when I let you go. I feel alone, and I'm just singing. It should have been you. Another time, another place, I just know.
So the next thing I'll do is to determine how free I want my pants to be. So I'll come down by 2 inches. You can come down by 3 inches or 4 inches.
What to do? Place, but now the crown.
So I'm going to measure my lap circumference, and whatever I have, I'm going to place it on that line. And on the short length, if you want the down part of your short to be very tight, you can just go in, but I want mine to be very free, so I'm going to take the same measurement that I have on my lap line. I'm going to take it like this, and then I'll connect from my crotch line to my lap line and to the short length.
I just don't know what to do, 'cause it should have been you.
So we are done with the front pattern of the pants. The next thing I'll do is to cut.
I could be wrapped around your arms instead of being lonely. It should have.
So for the back pattern of the pants, I'm going to place the front pattern on a fresh pattern paper like this, and on my crotch extension line, I went out by 1 inch for the front pattern. I'm going to go out like this by 1.5 inch. That is, I added half an inch to the 1 inches that I went out by on the front pattern. And on the waist area, just after the dart like this, on the area that has the cross line, I'm going to measure what I have, that's from the darts, and I'm going to divide whatever I have by 2, just like this. And I'm going to place whatever I have on the middle point. So I measured it, I divided it by 2. I'm going to indicate the middle point just like I just did. And so after indicating what I have on the middle point, on that middle point I'm going to go up by 1.5 inch. And on my crotch line, I extended my crotch line by 2 inches. From that 2 inches, I also came down by 1 inch. Sorry, I lost the clip. So I just wrote there to explain to you what I did. So next thing I'll do is to connect my lines. So I'll connect from the 1.5 inch that we went up by to meet the middle point of where we divided the waistline, and I also connect to meet the 0.5 inches that we came up by, and I'll connect to meet the 1 inch that I came down with immediately after the cross line. That was a mouthful, but I hope you understand. So I connected to meet the 1.5 inch, not the 2 inches that I increased the crotch extension line by. So on the waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4, and I'll add 1 inch. The same thing we did for the front waistline, and I'll connect like this. I'm supposed to slant it. I made a mistake the first time, so you are going to slant it just like I'm doing now. I'll also slant my crotch extension line to meet with my pant length.
I could be driving to your place, but now the ground is shaking. Could be a phase, but it feels like it will never go.
And I'll also connect the sides just like this, and my pant length. Every other thing is the same.
Instead of being lonely, we could be gazing at the stars, but now it feels just like I wandered off into a room and closed the door behind me. I never gave the key to you, even though I wanted to. I should be find something new, but now my body's aching. I'm tired of dwelling in the dark.
So the last thing I'll do is to remove the front pattern like this, and I'll insert my dart to the back pattern.
And I'm just singing, it should have been you. Another time, another.
So I'll measure my waistline and I'm going to mark the middle point just like we did for the back panel. And on the middle point, I'm going to go out by 0.5 inches on the left and on the right, and I'm going to come down by 4 inches. That's for the back dart. The front we came down by 3 inches, but the back we're going to come down by 4 inches, and I'm going to connect like this. And here we have our dart. So this is how to create your basic pants pattern. And remember, there is no seam allowance for all this pattern. We are going to insert our seam allowance, that is our sewing allowance, on the fabric. So after doing this, I'm going to cut on my fabric and I'll add 1 inch on all sides of this trouser.